Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about starters, their necessity, types of starters, merits and demerits of starters. Starter, you know that every DC motor basically it is self-starting motor, which is having armature and field windings, receives supply, then motor action takes place. So in case of DC series motor, DC shunt motors, DC compound motors. Suppose we are giving direct supply to this machine. Sometimes they will damage due to the high current. For avoiding them, protecting the machine parts to avoid the damage, we are connecting starters. So the starter is protective device. For that point of view, we are connecting external resistance in series with the armature winding in case of shunt, in case of the compound motors. So actually we know that equation in case of the DC shunt motors, that is V voltage connected across the armature as well as shunt field windings. So here load current which is divided as armature and shunt field current. The current passed in shunt field winding is ISS. The current passed in armature winding is IA. The total load current we know that IL is equal to IA plus ISS. But V is connected across the armature and shunt field winding is same. Then we will get the shunt current is shunt ISS is equal to V by RS, IA is equal to V by RA. So these two equations we know that, and we can calculate the shunt field current and armature current. But you know that voltage equation V is equal to, in case of DC shunt motor, V is equal to EB plus IARA. So yet to start, there is no speed, means n is equal to 0. Therefore, no back EMF is generated in DC motor. So now you can see that equation V is equal to EB plus IARA. Here EB also 0. Now you can write voltage V is equal to IARA. Therefore, IA is equal to V by RA. So here armature resistance is very small. When armature resistance is small, the armature current passed in the armature winding is very high. So there is a voltage constant. This very high passed armature current will cause to damage the armature winding. So further point of view, we are connecting the different starters in series with the armature winding. We are connecting the external resistance in series with the armature winding. So here you can see that for example we know that motor having full load input power, that is 80,000 watts, 8,000 watts, and which is rated with a 250 volt, armature resistance is 0.5. So in this condition, when you are observing Ia is equal to V by Ra. Armature resistance is very small, that is 0.5 ohms. So the current passed in the armature current is very high. So motor drawn very high armature current, which is an constant voltage system. Such high inrush of current may cause line voltage fluctuations, which also affect the performance of the other equipment connected to the same line. Such high armature current blow out the fuses. In case of the machines, when we are drawn the high armature current, this effect we are observing. Suppose motor start to fail due to problem in field winding, such a high armature flowing from a longer time may burn this insulation of armature winding. So this is also one of the dangerous observation in case of the DC motors, because of when the high current is passed through this winding, which is damage the entire armature winding. So for that point of view, you can assume, and we are dealing with the centimeter operation, then as armature current is 15 to 20 times more than the load current, in case of when we are observing cent motor, the torque developed which is proportional to the armature current, because of that armature torque TA is directly proportional to IA, is also 15 to time armature current. Due to such higher torque, the shaft and other accessories subject to high mechanical stresses. These stresses cause permanent mechanical damage of the motor. So this observation we have to observe in the previous class also in case of the DC centimeters. So for that point of view, we design the starters are two types, and according to their protective condition, depend upon the types of motor classification, which starter is essential. For that point of view, we are designing to two type essential starters. These are 3-point starter and 4-point starter. 3-point starter here, these are having three terminals. 4-point starters are which are having four terminals. 3-point starter, 3-point means L, F, A. L which is connected to positive terminal of the line. F is connected to the field of the winding. A is connected armature winding. So in case of 3-point starter. So when we are considering 4-point starter which is having a 4-point terminal, L connected to the positive terminal, F connected to the field terminal, and A armature terminal. Another one is neutral point is connected to the resistance across the supply, which is used for limiting the excessive current passed in the motor. For that point of view, then we are connecting resistance to the holding coil in case of the 4-point starters. Next one, we are going to see that diagram 3-point starters. So here you can see that what I discussed, under standstill condition, V is equal to EB plus IA RA, you know that equation. But at that condition, machine is does not rotating. Then the speed is 0. So the speed is 0 means there is no back EMF is generated in the motor. So EB is also 0. Now you will get the equation supply voltage V is equal to IARA. So here armature resistance which is having very small at this condition. So IA is equal to V by R. Armature resistance is 1 means very high armature current is passed through the armature field winding. So as the apply voltage V is we are considering in this case is constant. High armature current means which is damaged the armature winding. To protect in this, we are connecting external resistance added in this in series with the armature winding. That is 3-point starter we are considering. We are going to discussing about this 3-point starter, how to improve the starting performance of the DC motor, DC shunt motor. So you know that there are 3 points we are observing here. There are 3 point L, and this is, yes, you can observe here. So this is L terminal, which is connected to the positive of the supply. This is F terminal, which is connected to the field winding. This is field winding. F1 and F2, these are the field winding. So this is armature winding. So A is connected to the armature winding, A1 and A2. So there are 3 terminals we are observing. Line which is connected to L, positive terminal, that is L. F field winding, field which is connected to the field winding. A is armature which is connected to the armature point of the DC motor. So here you can see that another one. So this is overload release coil. So this is a lever, triangular iron piece, and this one is a no voltage coil is connected, and this is starting resistance R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. There are number of studs, 1, 2, here you can see this, these are studs, to second stud, this is third stud, this is fourth stud, this is fifth stud. So there are studs. So this is the handle, this is the handle, this spring force produced here. This is the overload release coil. This is no voltage coil you are observing. So how to this process is needful for DC shunt motors? Because of these are, if you are giving the direct supply to this machine, the windings will be damaged. For avoiding this, provide a long life and good performance machines where used or starters are used to improve the winding performance and increasing the speeds. So here there are a number of resistances, starting resistance are connected, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. So initial state which is having very high resistance, there is no high current is passed in through the armature winding, right? So first of all you can see that this is the magnet. So when this handle is shifted to the last point of the stud, there is electromagnetized, this energized will attract to this iron piece of the handle. Then running condition will be, then machine will be run at a high current. So there is a current passed through directly through armature through the field winding. There is a two current will be passed. So but at these condition, and the next one, when which is comes into the off state, so immediately this is inside and the coil is closed, the triangular shape is also contact the upper point, then this will be, there is a short circuit will be happen. So immediately handle will be come to the off state position. So in 3 point stator, in case of the 3 point starter, first this handle shift to stud 1 under one condition. There is a current passed through like in this direction to the coil. This is coil, non-volt coil to the field winding, and another the next this current will be passed through the armature. So slow starting will happen. We are observing. Next, this handle is shifted to from stud 1 to stud 2. There is a current, the armature current is increases, and current passed through the coil passed through the field winding. This will cause to increase the fluxes. The motor is run to attain the required speed. Like that, next number 3, current is increases, speed is increases. 4, 5, final, finally, the handle is attracted to this coil, then it is shifted at this position. At this condition, the armature will rotate at required speed. Okay, so here you are observing that there is a external resistance are connected in series with the armature. When your handle is shifted from stud 1 to last stud, this will be caused to decrease the resistance. There is a current will pass through the armature winding. Okay, so this condition we are observing here. This is holding coil. At the running condition, it is attracted. At the offset condition, it is shift this handle to the opposition. At the condition here, over voltage overload release coil will operate, and there is a contact lever will be attached to the overload release coil. A triangular contactor close the terminal points of the no voltage coils. So these observation we are observing entire processing our electrical laboratory also. So this is the operation for the 3-point starter. Okay. Once again I can remember in this one 3-point starter which is having 3 terminals. Line terminal which is connected to the positive terminal of the supply, field terminal which is connected to the field winding, a armature terminal which is connected to the armature winding. So here 3 terminals are have, and another one important point is overall release coil, no voltage coil, handle, spring, soft iron pieces. So when this handle is shifted to the position of stud 1, there is a small amount of current will pass through the armature. The armature it will be itself will be start the rotation, and remaining current will pass through the no volt coil to the field winding. So when handle shifted to the second position, there is a current increases, speed is increases, then flux in the field winding is also increase. Next shift to 3, 4, 5 like finally. So final condition, what is that? Armature winding which is rotate at high speed, and there is a current passed in the coil will add some fluxes in series in with the fluxes of the field winding in armature winding. This will cause to produce a high fluxes, and very fastly, very high speed the machine will be rotated. This condition we are observing in case of the by when we are using 3-point starter. Here 3-point starters are many essential advantages to avoid the high current, to protect the machine, to avoid the damage. For that point of view, we are using 3-point starter in case of the DC shunt motors. To avoid this also having some difficulty. To avoiding these difficulties, we are going to connect another. We are going to study that another starter is 4-point starter. So, as a brief overview, we can explain that. It has 3 terminals, L, F, and A. The starter consists of starting resistance divided into several sections and connected in series with the armature. The tapping points of the starting resistance are known as number of studs. Already explained where. Once again, we can remember about these points. The 3 terminals, line, field, and armature of the starter are connected respectively to positive line terminal, shunt field terminal, and armature terminals. The other terminal of the armature and the shunt field windings are connected to the negative terminal of the supply. The no voltage coil is connected in the shunt field circuit. One end of the handle is connected to the terminal L through the overload release coil. The other end of the handle moves against a spiral spring and make contact with the each stud during the starting operation of cutting out more and more starting resistance as it passes over each stud in clockwise direction. So this is we are observing in three-point starter and initial condition. Initially, when a DC supply is switched on with handle in the up position, the handle is now moved clockwise to the first stud. The shunt field winding is directly connected across the supply while the whole starting resistance is inserted in series with the armature circuit. As the handle is gradually moved over to the final stud, the starting resistance is cut out of the armature circuit in steps. The handle is now held magnetically and no volt release coil which is energized by a short field current. If the supply voltage is suddenly interrupted or if the field excitation is accidentally cut, the no voltage release coil is demagnetized and the handle goes back to the position under the pull of the springs. If no volt coil were not used, then in case of the failure of supply, the handle would remain on the final stud. If then supply is restored, the motor will be directly connected across the supply, resulting in an excessive armature current. What is that? For the resulting of excessive armature current. If the motor is overloaded, it will draw a excessive current from the supply. This current will increase the ampere turn of the overload release coil and pull the armature, thus short circuit the no volt release coil. The no volt coil is demagnetized and the handle is pulled to the opposition by the spring. Thus the motor is automatically disconnected from the supply. So this action we are observing when we are operate by using the three-point starter in case of the DC shunt motor. So this all observation we are observing in laboratory. There are some limitations of three-point starters. Unnecessary tripping of starter if a field regulator is connected in series with the field winding for speed control operation. This combination and magnetizing coil will carry same current. If more and more resistance is added in field regulator, then current in magnetizing coil is unable to hold the arm in attracted position and unnecessarily the arm will be released even if there is no overloading. This is avoided in 4-point starter, right? Then the handle is shifted to position 1 of the stud number 1 as well as stud 2, stud 3, stud 4, stud 5 and finally is placed at a on run position. At that This is no volt coil is energized, electromagneticized, and the soft iron piece is attracted to the. This is a no volt coil. So it is hold at this condition. Then there is a current carrying by this armature. The maximum current will be carried by the armature current. A remain will pass through the field winding as well as through the limiting resistor. Or this observation we are observing in case of the 4-point starter. So when which is released, there is a lever and is a triangular iron piece is attached to the no volt coil of the terminals, and this is attached to the no load overload release coil. So then there is a demagnetized this node coil, and this handle is released and gone to the obstacle position. So this observation we have observed in case of the 4-point starter DC shunt motors or DC compound motors. So like next remembering once again about the 4-point starter. In 4-point starters, the hold-on coil is connected directly across the supply line through a protective resistance R. When the armature touches turn number 1, the line current divides into three parts. One, armature starting resistance and overload release. Second, a variable resistance and shunt field windings. Third, holding coil and current limiting resistance. So here line current which is divided into three types. So in the three parts current will be passed. The difference between 3-point and 4-point starters we are observing in case of the 3-point starter. These are having three terminals LFA line connected to the positive terminal, field connected to the field winding of the shunt motor, A connected to the armature of the armature winding. 4-point starter which is having four terminals L, F, N, A. L line connected to the positive terminal, field connected to the field winding terminal is connected to the field winding, and A connected to the armature winding. N neutral point is connected to the resistance. It is the manner in which the hold on coil is connected. The unnecessary tripping of starters can be stopped by connecting separately or parallel both magnetizing and field coil. They are connected in such a way that both should carry their individual current. The voltage drop on one coil will not affect the voltage in the other coil. Drawbacks in case of the 4-point starter. The only limitation of the 4-point starter is that it does not provide high speed protection to the motor. If under running condition field get operated, the field current reduced to zero as there is some residual flux present. Speed is directly proportional to the flux. The motor winding try to run with dangerously high speed. This is called high speed action of the motor. In 3-point starter, as no volt coil is directly connected to across the supply, its current is maintained irrespective of the current through the field winding. Hence, it always maintains the handle in run position as long as supply is there, and thus it does not protect the motor from field failure conditions, which is written to into high speeding of the motor. Questions and answer session. We are going to start. I will ask a few questions. What we have to learn in case of the 3-point starter and 4-point starters. Before discussing that, we are observing, we are remembering once again 3-point starter and 4-point starter. 3-point starter, these are having three terminals: line, field, and armature. These are connected to positive terminal of the supply, field winding of the DC shunt motor, armature winding of the DC shunt motor. A. And there is a external additional resistance is connected in series with the armature winding. When handle is shipped to the position 1 or stud 1, there is a current passed with the armature condition. Under no load condition, you can observe that handle is under the off state condition. There is no speed, machine is not rotating. So n is equal to 0. There is no EMF, back EMF is generated in case of the DC shunt motors. So therefore armature current IA is equal to V by RA. Here armature resistance is very slow, very low. Then high current will be passed through the armature winding of the DC motor. So this high current cause to damage the entire machine parts. To avoiding this protecting the DC shunt motor, we are connecting the additional resistance in series with the armature winding. That is we have to discuss by using the 3-point starter in case of the DC shunt motor. Same similar conditions we are observing in case of the 4-point starter. So here now I can ask one simple question, that is regarding 3-point starter. That is one, a 3-point starter is used for, all of you listen the question. A 3-point starter is used for one, shunt motors, B, shunt as well as compound motors, C, shunt compound and series motor, D, not for the DC motors. Which one is the correct answer? All of you answer the question. Right. 3-point starter is used for shunt as well as compound motors. That is correct answer. Here B is the correct answer. The question is, a 3-point starter is used for A, shunt motors, B, shunt as well as compound motors, C, shunt compound and series motor, D, none for DC motor. So which one is the correct? B is the answer correct, because of shunt motors are having three terminals, and similarly in case of the compound motor which is also having four terminals. So that's point of view, 3-point starters are used in case of the compound as well as shunt type of motors. A 3-point explanation: a 3-point starter are used only for shunt and compound motors. They are not used for series motor. 3-point starter employed where motor field current can be varied in a narrow. So does the motor speed. Next question, all of you listen. Question number 2. The starting resistance of a DC shunt motor is generally dash A, low, B, around 0.5 kilo ohms, C, around 5 kilo ohms, D. Infinitely large. Which one is the correct answer? Once again, I'll ask the question. I read the question. All of you listen. The starting resistance of a decision motor is generally dash low around 0.5 kilo ohms, C around 5 kilo ohms, D infinity large. Answer A is correct because of starting resistance of DC shunt motor and DC compound motor is very less. Well, that's the reason why we use starter in DC motor in order to limit the armature current flowing through the armature and protect the machine. Right, answer is A. Next question. What will be happen if DC motor is used without starter? A. Heavily sparking at brushes. B. It will start smoothly. C. Will not start at all. D. Depends on load. Which one is the correct answer? Right. A is the correct answer. There is a reason it would cause intolerably heavy sparking at the brushes, which may destroy the commutator and brush gears. Sudden development of a large torque will cause mechanical shock to the shaft, reducing its life. Such heavy current cannot be generally permitted and drawn from the source of the supply. Why starters are required in a DC motors? 1. Vacuum of these motors is zero initially. These motors are not self-starting. These motors have high starting torque. To restrict armature current as there is no vacuum with starting. Which one is the correct? Answer D is correct. At the time of starting, n is equal to 0, the induced EMF motor is 0, such that current drawn by armature from rated voltage supply IA is equal to V by RA. Since armature resistance is very low, armature current is very high and will damage the machine and will damage the machine. Thank you. Today I can stop this class. Tomorrow we are going to discuss there are characteristics, various application of the DC motor. Right. Thank you.